Coach Salty Swimmer here from Endurance Swimming, liquidtry.com, all that fun stuff. Subscribe, whatever, follow us, I don't care. I'm here today to talk to you about the English Channel. I recently did the English Channel. I recently finished my Triple Crown. I get a lot of questions. I'm actually here in the Maldives right now, so water's really warm and it's nice and I'm enjoying it. So I figured what better place to talk about freezing cold salty water than the Maldives. So let's jump right in. How much training did you do? A very common question, and for me personally it was about 8 to 9 months of dedicated swim training. It started pretty easy and it was a slow build up to I think my peak volume distance hour session. I did a 7-hour swim on a Saturday and then I did a 5-hour swim on a Sunday. So I do that split training to get me to what I think would be a full English Channel swim on a bad day. I want to be prepared to swim 13, 14, 15 hours in case that's what the day called for. So and that was a mix of pool and open water swimming, and then on top of that I did Pilates and I did crossover symmetry, which is a shoulder maintenance system. But that's basically what I did. It really depends on your starting point, your ability, and your swim experience. So that's what I did. It worked for me because I got across successfully, but I also got a great day. And had I not got a great day, I still think I would have been well prepared for my English Channel swim. What are the rules? So marathon swimming in general, it's pretty simple. Don't touch the boat, no drafting, no one can help you. The swim costume is you get a Speedo or jammer, or a female suit, same idea. You get one cap, one pair of goggles, and earplugs, and that's it. Nothing you use can make you faster. Nothing you can use can keep you warm. And you cannot touch the boat. So you're basically, it's you versus the elements the whole time. Did you have to gain weight? That depends. I did. I am terrible in the cold. And for me, that was the one factor that I was nervous about. So I gained about 20 pounds for this swim to prepare for the cold. It's nice to have a little bit of insulation in the belly area. It definitely helped keep me warm. Did I have to do 20? Probably not. Did I have to do 10? Maybe not. But personally, that's what made me feel better. For you, it really just depends on how good you are in the cold. How'd you train for the cold? This is a fun one. For me personally, I couldn't get to the ocean every day. I live in Massachusetts and it is cold in the winter. Then we had COVID on top of it, so our pools were closed. So up until COVID hit, I was training in a pool, and then every day I would get into a cold tub. So I put a industrial liquid shipping container in my garage, cut the top off, filled it with water and ice, and basically kept it at around, I don't know, 45 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and I would just get in and sit in it as long as I could. So, and I did that every day. And then when I could get to the ocean, I would swim in the ocean in the winter. It's like 36 degrees. So I mean, these swims are 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes max. As the water got warmer though, I spent more and more time in the open water, focusing on getting really good in that 55 to 58 range. And then once I was confident in that, I did my 6-hour qualifying swim in water that was 61 degrees Fahrenheit or less. And I had a new confidence after that, and I just kept doing my cold tubs and hitting the ocean as much as I could. What did you eat while you swam? Personally, I don't like eating solids. It really doesn't suit me. So I alternate feeds, and I do GU Roctane on some feeds, about 250 calories. And then the other feed, so when I alternate, so I do a half hour and I'll do GU Roctane, and then the other half hour I'll do CarboPro or Maxim, which is basically carbohydrate, no electrolyte drink, and basically just keep alternating through that for a half hour. If I need an extra boost, I'll take an extra GU packet, and if I do need a solid, I'll do a Cliff Bar, but that's what I stick to. basically I have a bottle with my liquid and a carabiner on it, and then my crew chief will throw the bottle at me every half hour. I will pop it open, drink really fast, close it, and then let it drift, and he pulls it back in because it's attached to a rope. Feeds have to be fast, 10, 15 seconds max. The longer you're sitting there not moving forward, you're moving backwards because the current of the channel is super strong. So that's where do you go to the bathroom? I mean, it's the ocean. Just go. That's the answer. Just go. There's no, you can't get out and use the toilet. Just you pee, you do whatever you do your business while you're swimming. I highly recommend though, you figure out or teach yourself how to pee while swimming. I had a lot of trouble with that, but because of that, I'm sitting there treading water and peeing, and I'm wasting time, and I'm going backwards to the point that the boat captain was yelling at me to speed up my feeds. My feeds were taking me 5 seconds. Peeing was taking me a minute. So I highly recommend that you train yourself to pee while moving your legs and while swimming, and you'll have a much better swim. But the ocean is your toilet for the day. What do you think about while swimming? It depends at which point in the swim. So when I start the swim, it's just about getting into a rhythm. My first 2 hours, I feel like trash, just garbage. So I focus on my stroke, I focus on feeling good, I focus on getting warm. That's what I focus on, that's what I think about. After about 2 hours, I start getting into a groove. It feels kind of like a blackout. I don't really remember. It was just so smooth. You're swimming feed to feed to feed. Generally, I'm either playing songs in my head, like old songs, I'm just singing them in my head, or I'm thinking about my favorite movies and replaying scenes from my favorite movies. That's usually Sister Act or Men in Black. But yeah, that's what I think about. And then I never think about how much I've done. I never think about how much I have left to do. I just focus on having a good time, enjoying nature, enjoying the experience, and reliving fun memories of good movies and songs in my head. So while you're training, before you get in, make sure you have some good songs stuck in your head, because if you have Baby Shark stuck in your head, it's going to be a long day of Baby Shark, do, 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 Baby Shark. Jellyfish. Ooh, that's a good one. So, do you get stung by jellyfish? Maybe. I did a lot. When you get to the separation zone between the ferries, you have the English ferry, and then you have the French or English shipping lane, French shipping lane. In between is the separation zone, and both of those shipping lanes will push all the crap into the middle, which is a lot of jellyfish. So the jellyfish are pretty harmless. They sting, they burn for about a few minutes, and then you're good to go. So I got stung, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 times. I don't really know. I enjoy it. It keeps me focused and awake. So there are jellyfish, and you will get stung most likely. Do you have any difficult times? Yeah, I think anyone who does long swims goes through a difficult period. I just think about ride it out, because the only way to get past it, or to get past it, is to go through. So you just got to keep swimming, keep riding it out. Just because you feel bad now doesn't mean you're going to feel bad in 30 minutes. So you just got to keep with it, keep doing what you do, and eventually you're going to snap up. What happens when you get to France? A couple things happen when you get to France. The best thing is that the water actually warms up. So when you start your swim, it might be 61. When you finish your swim, it's 66, 67, which is awesome. So that was one great thing. The water did get a little choppier. You're tired. You're kind of running on fumes. So it's tough, but you also know that you're close. Don't look forward. Don't look up. Just keep swimming. But once the boat captain launches the dinghy or says last feed, nothing hurts anymore. You're going as hard as you can to the finish. But depending on where you land, depending on your speed, for me, I landed right on the cap. So I swam up, and about 10 yards offshore, the guy, or the boat captain in the dinghy, he was like, hey, just be careful, there's waves, these are big rocks, so take your time. I don't want to take my time, I want to get out, I want to be done. I took my time because it's dangerous, but basically you climb up on the rocks with whatever energy you have left, stand up, give a wave, boat captain will blow the horn, and your swim's done. You swim back to the boat, And for me, it was a great feeling, really excited. You see all the Facebook messages, Instagram messages of people following at home. You call, you know, your wife, if they're not there, your parents, whoever, you call, you have all these congratulatory messages, and then you make your way back to England to celebrate. For the boat captains, it's business as usual, and for the swimmer, it's this huge achievement, but because of COVID, I only shared it with my dad. No one else was allowed to come with me, so it was not as amazing as I was hoping it would be, but it was still a great feeling. But it's business. You get out, wave, horn goes off, get back in the boat, and you're off to England, and then time to celebrate. What boat was I on? I was on the Viking Princess. I highly recommend, or Viking Princess 2. Viking Princess 2 with Ray and Reg Brickle. Phenomenal boat. I highly recommend it. If you can get a spot with them, take it. The boat is amazing. They are amazing captains. They have tons and tons of swimmers who have broken records that they've taken across. Amazing track record, super professional. Viking Princess 2 is the way to go. And they're a CSA boat. I love the CSA. Channel Swimming Association is my favorite organization. There's nothing wrong with the CSMPF. I just like that the CSA is the original, so that's what I wanted. But it makes no difference if you swim across, whether it's CSA or CSMPF, you made it across, and you deserve to enjoy a huge celebration when you get done. This question is like the question I got asked more than any other question. So when you finish your swim, everyone's watching, and what you're doing is, so if here is England, or Dover, and here's Calais, or Cap with the Cap. Basically what's going to happen is you're going to make this big S shape. So you're going to come up, and then you're going to come down, and then you might hit at the Cap, or you might come up again, and then you might come down again. So you're not swimming in a straight line across. You're going this big S curve. So the question I get asked the most is, why didn't you swim in a straight line? Like, if swimming a straight line is the fastest, why did you do all this crazy stuff? The answer is you have no choice. So when you're swimming, you have these currents that are just pushing you. So basically when you're swimming this way, you leave Dover, you're swimming up because the current is pushing down. And basically once you hit the separation zone, the current's going to push you down, all right? And the current switches and just push you back up. So basically, if the faster you swim, the straighter you're going to go, but no one goes straight across. Everyone makes some type of S. It's just how steep is the S going to be. So it depends on the current, the tidal flow, how fast you are. There's a lot of different reasons why you might swim an S, but you're not going to swim straight line. I think for me, I swam 25 and a half. I actually swam 25 and a half miles, but I only get credit for 20 or 21 because it's the distance between the 2 points is 21 miles, but because of the currents and tidal flow, you swim 25 and a half. So it's really important in your training that you prepare yourself to swim 5, 10, 15 miles plus more than the 21 miles, because you are not going to be swimming 20 or 21 miles. You're going to be swimming more no matter how fast you are. Even if you get the perfect day, you're still going to be swimming more than 20 miles. So those are some of the biggest questions that I get asked. Those are my answers. They're going to be different from person to person. So if you're watching this because you're thinking about doing the channel, watch mine, watch a bunch of different videos, because we all had different experiences. We all started from different points. We all have different preferences. So watch a bunch of videos, see what other people said for answers, and then you start having your own experience and develop your own plan. But those are the basics. So hope you found this video helpful. Click all the buttons, watch more videos, or don't. I don't care. I'm gonna go enjoy the Maldives some more, because look at it, it's gorgeous. I know you're jealous that you are not here with me. So thanks for watching. If you made it this far, hopefully it was helpful, and I will see you back in Boston, probably for my cold tub, where the weather will be significantly worse than this gorgeous place.